Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with another Scrapping for Less design team project. But this one's kind of interesting because I learned something. You know, we learn something every day. This is a mini kit, and it features a pink and main stamp that was exclusively designed for Scrapping for Less. Now, you may have seen this before because it was actually part of one of the monthly kit releases. Here's the awesome thing. If this stamp set you absolutely loved and had to have, you can buy the mini kit. So all of that is going to be linked below. I just learned things. So yeah, I feel really bad. But the mini kit is available. So again, all of those links will be down below. I think it's awesome. But I would suggest to subscribe to the kit, because there's some awesome things that are coming out. So keep an eye out, of course, as usual. But you can see these are all the items that you're going to get in the mini kit. The 4x6 stamp set, stickers, sequins, envelope, paper. So, and that was what I was showing you previously. But let's get to the fun part and let's make the card. So for this, I'm taking a piece of brown from my scrap stash, which I really need to start using that. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment, "All good things are wild and free." And that's by Henry David, and I'll chop up the last name, Thoreau. So, that is one of my favorite sayings when it comes to those types of statements or quotes. I'm going to heat set that using my white embossing powder. And once that is set and melted, we're going to cut that out using one of my banner dies from my stash. I'm going to grab my Memento ink because I am going to use my alcohol markers, both a combination of my Stampin' Up! And the Prismacolors. I'm going to stamp the adorable platypus. Now, please keep in mind, I have absolutely no idea what colors a platypus was, so I did look it up. I Googled it. I don't know if I still got the colors right, but again, this is card making. We're not realists. Let's go with it. I also stamped the image on the back of a piece of cardstock, so you're going to see what I'm going to do with that in a little bit. So I sped this up. I am going to show you all of the coloring. You know, what I found with platypuses, they're just very dark. You know, there's really, not too much difference in color between, body, tail, bill. So we're just using a lot of shades of brown. Tried to make the tail just a little bit darker than the adorable little image. But you can see there's different ways that you can color with alcohol markers. I am one to color, if it's a small area, I will use my light shade first, put a layer of that down, then I'll go back into where my shades are with my darker, because then in my mind that blends easier. And then I'll come in with my mid-tone, and then I'll go back over with my light tone if I have to, if I don't have a blend. There are so many videos absolutely available to see this process. This is how I'm learning. I am not an expert with these. There's a friend of mine that I watch that just helps me learn all of this process, because it is a process, but it is a coloring medium that I do want to learn, because I've made an investment and I'm continuing to make investments because I'm moving into the Copics. So just, keep that in mind. YouTube friend, you can learn a lot from it. So I'm going to fussy cut the image out. And once that's fussy cut out, you can see the bill. I didn't do anything with the bill. Well, that's where the pattern paper is going to come in. So I'm just going to cut out the bill from this cardstock, from this pattern paper that comes in the kit. So this is paper piecing. That's what I'm going to be doing. It's funny. I've been a sewer for the most of my life, dealt with fabric, quilts, and then other designs, other pieces that I've designed using piecing. And we have something that's called paper piecing as well, and I absolutely love it. It's my favorite technique. I'm surprised I don't do it more here. So once that's done, I did take my vintage photo around the bill just to cover up the edges. Almost threw the bill across the table, but it landed on my thumb. We're going to apply that down in place. So I just like that to be used. I probably could have used it for his tail as well, but I just wanted to do that for his little bill. I am going to adhere the panel from the pattern paper that we get. I used a stitch rectangle die for my stash, and I'm going to put that down on my standard A2 size 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base. I was going to go crooked with the panel, decided not to, so thank goodness I didn't set it down. And we're going to put that straight on, and the tag that came in the mini kit is going to be set crooked. Now, I did punch the hole in that tag. I have a crocodile, the hole punch one. That's really what I use it for. You can do, I think, rivets and all of that fun stuff. I grabbed a piece of twine from my stash and I just looped that through the hole. I'm going to use my double-sided tape and just cut a piece off there. I didn't want to use glue because I didn't want the glue to come through the tag, because I'm not really covering up the whole tag. But this tape is very strong, so it will, after time, it actually, I think it does something on its own. I actually get it from a shipping company. So I'm going to use some foam squares to prop up my sentiment. And just before I set that in place, I realized there were some more stickers that I wanted to use that came in the mini kit. They're almost like, it's really cool because they're kind of like torn at the ends, or made to look like torn, so it's made to look like washi tape. So I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to pull a couple of those up, just put it underneath the back corner or the bottom corner of the tag. And then I'm going to set my sentiment on top of that. And then my little platypus is going to sit right on top of that. And of course, you know, you got to play, do you want the tail to come over the sentiment? Do you want it to go under the sentiment? That was still going through my mind. I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of the Great Outdoors sticker. Even though it's a sticker, I don't think it would have adhered to the fabric. So by adding that liquid glue, it's going to give it a double adhesion so that it sticks to the tag. So in case if it's in transit, it won't fall off. I also use my liquid glue to set my little platypus in place, and I'm going to use one of my small glue dots to adhere down the string from the tag in place as well, so that that's not flopping all over the place. I grabbed my black glaze gel pen just to highlight. Believe it or not, you can highlight with black, but just to make the eyes stand out just a little bit more. When we color, sometimes they get a little faded. And that is our project for today for Scrapping for Less. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do. There's so many wonderful designs that will be coming out and released on a regular basis. The products that I used here will be linked down below, along with signing up, or their blog, so that you can sign up to get releases when they do post, so that you're always in the know. They also do have an online shop. I will link to that as well, so in case you're looking for something specific, I'm sure you'll be able to find it there. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope everyone is having a great day, but always remember what's most important. Always be creative.